What is up, you sexy bitches? What is going on today? I figured I'd jump on real quick. I know I dropped that video last week. Y'all have seen some interesting movement on XRP. Another thing to keep an eye on is XLM. XLM looks like it's going to be the user-to-user, user-to-vendor, end user-to-vendor point of sale, point of purchase, however you want to look at it. Looks like that's going to be the stable coin used for all that end user stuff, whether it's you to your buddy, you to wherever you fucking shop, so on and so forth. So you want to have some of that on hand. Don't break yourself to do it. It's going to be available. If you guys are still loading up on XRP, you still got opportunity. Tomorrow's the 20th. FedNow goes live. Understand FedNow is not the CBDC. FedNow is the system in the US for settlements, both domestically and internationally. The CBDC is supposed to be debuting in the near future. Now, what I will say on CBDCs is everybody's against them. I'm against them. Who's against them? We don't give a fuck about the CBDCs. The CBDCs are the centralized bank digital currency. Centralized bank digital currencies can be utilized in nefarious ways to either limit your purchasing power, set expirations on your funding, or to censor your activities, whether it be speech, movement, so on and so forth. So with that being said, what I will tell you, and I know Lewis said it already, when you do have your exit opportunity for XRP or some of these other coins, and that that funding is going to be available, you have to be smart in how you remove it when you do close that position or close out a partial amount in that position. Lou said you don't want it in US currencies. The only thing that I'll add to that is if you are going to get it in the fiat US currencies, because that's we have fiat paper money coins, so on and so forth, only have the amount that you are going to use. Only move the amount into your bank that you are going to use, whether it's going to be for property purchases, taking care of some debts you might have, vehicles, so on and so forth. Have the amount that you are going to use almost immediately within 6 months to a year, only the amount you're going to use into your bank account. You do not want to be holding a fiat currency that is failing when the music stops. I don't know how much simpler I can put that. The fiat money for the US dollar has been failing since they went away from the gold standard. With that being said, almost everywhere is coming back to a gold standard. So you look at the price of gold right now. It's at $1,900 an ounce. Cool. That price is suppressed. If you don't understand that, I'll sum it up for you. There is more gold on paper that's been moved on the fraudulent stock market than there are gold in the world. Probably fucking 20 times over. So what I'll say is when that market says oof and all those ETFs fucking disappear, you're gonna have a real price of gold. Now we have BRICS coming out next month, August 20th. They are going to be releasing their CBDC, which is going to be gold backed. What we are currently waiting on, and we've heard rumors, is what will it be in value? Is it going to be per ounce, per pound? My guess and it's a hypothesis, is that the currency is going to be by the ounce, and then you'll have divisions in that currency all the way down to usable quantities, because obviously you're not going to spend $1,800 at a time. It's like having an $1,800 bill, to put it in terms of relations. We have to get away from using the terms of the currency that we grew up using as this has that value, this has that value, and understand that it will change on a daily basis. But when all those ETFs for all the paper gold disappear, because the paper gold is not backed with any kind of physical gold, that what I will say, if you guys are gonna buy gold, you want to buy real gold. You want to find a vendor that you can buy gold coins from, gold bars, whatever it be. You want it in stock right now, shipped to your house within days. Do not buy or swap your retirement accounts into anything where they go, oh, we're gonna take care of your retirement accounts in gold. It's all on paper. because when the market goes poof, you're going to be the one standing there with your crank in your hand and mad as fuck because you just lost everything you got on somebody's fucking paper gold ETF that they told you had value and didn't have value. You want physical gold in your hand, you want to have it in your safe, buried in the ground, wherever the fuck you're going to do. You're going to hide it in your trunk, in fucking grandma's purse, under the mattress. I don't recommend any of those. I'm just throwing it out there because I got some old school motherfuckers on here still be stuff in the mattress with stupid shit. But the gold-backed currencies, when it comes into relation to some of the coins we're holding, some of the stable coins, and I'm not going to fucking talk about anything specifically other than the XRP, XLM. What I'm seeing and the feeling that I'm getting now with the different people that I'm talking to is the XLM is going to value out on the 1 ounce daily price of gold because it's universal. Gold has value worldwide. Every economy in the world values gold at that fucking gold price. Now, however, when those ETFs disappear, the price of gold is going to go sky high because there's only so much gold, and plain and simple, I bet you there's a bunch of people that hold the majority of the gold already and are not going to be willing to part ways with it. So I'm seeing XLM at the 1 ounce spot price of gold valuation at the time. If it were today, it'd be between $1,800 and $1,900 for the XLM. That's the stable coin, so on and so forth. However you divide it up for your transactions, being it's user to user, user to vendor, frontline, everyday transactions, point of sale, so on and so forth. XRP, however, is a government / institution / organization method of moving money domestically on a large scale or internationally on a large scale. I see the valuation on that being much higher. I don't say it's going to be anything but gold, but when I say it's going to be gold, I think the valuation on XRP is going to valuate out at the pound weight for gold. Don't hold me to that. That's just some of the scuttlebutt that I'm hearing. I have zero credible statements, articles, press releases from anywhere. That's just some scuttlebutt that I'm hearing from people on the inside that deal with the financial systems and instruments every day. They know what's up with fiat money. They know how fast the devaluation of the dollar is occurring. We all do. The government won't tell you about it because they're corrupt and they're shady, and they want you to be holding that paper as long as possible. When you see people that have money and they have a lot of things, and you know that they're invested, there's plenty of people in our society that have a grip of shit, but if you fucking take away everything that's not fucking paid for, they wouldn't have anything but a holy ass pair of underwear and a stinky pair of socks. When I talk about people with money, I don't mean they appear to have money. I mean people that actually have wealth, whether it be property, real property that they actually own, or precious metals, minerals, oil, so on and so forth. They have wealth. When those motherfuckers are transitioning from all of their fiat money that they have, that they might have, when they're transitioning that from paper fiat money, no matter which fucking currency you're talking about around the world, the fiat monies are fucking going away. They're going away. They'll hold some intrinsic value at the peasant level, which we're at for a little while. But the people with the money are slowly rolling those into different stable coins, Bitcoin, so on and so forth, because those are going to have value when this all fucking, when the wheels come off the bus. Now, what I will say, the CBDCs, the centralized bank digital currencies, are going to have value for 2, 3, maybe 4 years, maybe 4 years. But the wheels will fucking fall off the bus of the centralized bank digital currencies. I don't give a fuck who tells you otherwise. No government in the world has ever been able to fucking manage something. They're recreating currency right now because they have fucking created so much fiat money they can no longer fucking operate. They can no longer maintain their elite status and level and have you be peasants without it. Because their money's worthless, which means we have no money and their money is worthless and we're equals. They can't fucking have that. So the wheels will fall off the CBDC because nobody's going to trust the centralized banks. Nobody. Nobody's gonna fucking park their money there. Everybody's gonna be using digital assets that they are fucking securing in their cold wallets. They're gonna have money that can't be fucked with by the government. You can't be oppressed for fucking posting videos like this. Fucking, you can buy whatever you want whenever you want. Not, oh, you ate too much fucking meat. Fuck your woke agenda. Fuck your climate change. You can kiss my fucking... I'm not even gonna say that, bro. Anyhow, I'm fed up with all the bullshit. There's no fucking brown, black, fucking white, Asian. There's none of that bullshit. We are fucking human beings. We are Americans here. For all my Canadians, UK, Aussies, all my brothers south of the border, I got it. We are all in the same fucking boat. We are all fucking peasants. But the sooner we get over that black versus white, that fucking left versus right bullshit, the quicker this all ends. Because when we stand together, they can't fuck with us. They cannot fuck with us. Some of y'all got kids, you probably remember the movie Ants. There's a line in there, and you parents, you'll remember that shit. They let one ant stand up and say something, all the other ones realize they have all the power together. The fucking system ends. We're coming to that point where the ants are gonna say, you know what, we're tired of this bullshit. And America in general, if not the world, is tired with all the bullshit. We're tired of the shit they're fucking feeding our children. They're tired of fucking grown-ass men dancing in drag and shaking their dicks in fucking our kids' faces. We're tired of all the bullshit. We don't give a fuck what happens inside of your houses. Whatever you guys want to do in your own houses, that's your own business. Leave our fucking kids alone. We're tired of the bullshit in our movies. We're tired of not being able to go out in our communities because of the violence. It is going to stop. It is going to stop when we all stand up and say enough, or it is all going to stand up when a group of motherfuckers stand up together and they make it stop. I don't want to see violence, and that's the direction we are heading. If we do not stand up as Americans, we do not stand up as humans and say, this is bullshit, this is fucking unacceptable, this needs to stop fucking now. Governments work for the people. We are the people. We need to hold them accountable. All the bullshit that they are doing right now in government and the weaponization of all these different fucking agencies and organizations towards political opponents is bullshit. And the reason I say it's bullshit is because if the roles were reversed and it was a Republican in office doing the same thing, it would be just as fucking tyrannical. That's the difference, because Republicans will call out their people and fucking burn their people to the ground. But these other fucking assholes, these communists that are in fucking office right now, will not hold their people accountable. Why? Because the ends justifies the means for them. They will take your life if you let them. Understand that, recognize it, fucking prepare accordingly for you and your family. Take care of one another, because in the end, we are the ones that fix this problem, and we make the world great again, not just this country. Until next time, Mr. Oxelgetty, signing off.